Hello everyone, my name is Blake Cadwell. I'm the co-founder at Soundly.com. And in this video, we're going to talk about the best Bluetooth hearing aids on the market as of early 2024. Now this morning when I was driving into the studio, my wife called me on my phone and I reached over, answered the phone call, and instead of the audio coming through CarPlay or coming through a speakerphone, the audio was streaming directly into my hearing aids. And even more, when I spoke back to her, the microphone on my hearing aids picked up that outbound sound and sent it to her as if I was wearing a pair of AirPods. Now, those who wear hearing aids know that this is not at all uncommon in the new world of advanced hearing technology. In this video, we're going to talk about all of the great options that you as a consumer have when it comes to Bluetooth hearing aids. Let's get into it. Before we get into the specific brands that are doing really well when it comes to Bluetooth streaming, let's talk a little bit about the foundational technology behind Bluetooth itself, how it works, and how it's evolved over the years. So Bluetooth itself was initially invented in the early 90s when someone essentially wanted to create a connection between two devices without using a cord. They created something called short link radio, which was later rebranded as Bluetooth, and that became a standard that was used across all technological devices. So cars, speakers, phones, headphones, and of course now hearing aids. The first time that a hearing aid actually used Bluetooth to stream audio into someone's ears was in 2004, when Starkey used a kind of primitive device that had an external piece that plugged in to the hearing aid and enabled it to actually stream Bluetooth. Of course, those devices have advanced a lot, and one big jump in that technology was in 2013 when ReSound inked a deal with Apple that created a new link between Apple iPhones and hearing aids. It was called Made for iPhone, or MFI technology. Soon after, other hearing aid manufacturers adopted that same approach and created a connection between Apple phones and hearing aids. Hey guys, just a quick note. If you are an iPhone user and you're planning to make outbound calls using your hearing aids, stick around to the end of this video. I'm going to share a quick tip on how to set up your phone settings to improve the quality of that sound for the person on the other end of the phone. Now back to the review. A few years later, Google followed suit and created their own protocol called the ASHA protocol that allowed Android devices to connect to hearing aids as well. So today, the majority of hearing aids on the market are Bluetooth enabled. If you look at the premium set of hearing aids, pretty much all of them will have the ability to stream podcasts, music, and even phone calls into your ears. There are a number of minor distinctions between MFI, Apple's protocol, and ASHA, Android's protocol, but there's one that really stands out, and that is that MFI allows for inbound audio through your hearing aids and also outbound audio through the microphones on your hearing aids. So essentially with an Apple phone, most hearing aids operate as an independent headset, just like AirPods would, capturing inbound sound and capturing outbound sound as you speak. ASHA through Android only captures that inbound sound and sends it to your ears, but you have to hold your phone close to your face while you're speaking so that that can capture the outbound sound to the person on the other end of the line. That's the major distinction between ASHA and MFI. Otherwise, most phones should operate pretty similarly with MFI and ASHA protocols. Now, many people would say that ASHA is a little glitchier, has less customization options, and might be a less robust option, but it does work. So Android phone or an Apple phone can technically connect to Bluetooth for most premium hearing aids. As most of the premium hearing aid brands on the market transition to MFI or ASHA protocols, one hearing aid company bucked the trend and went their own way, and that was Sonova, the maker of Phonak, Unitron, and now the over-the-counter product from Sennheiser. Phonak, Unitron, and Sennheiser use a Bluetooth Classic connection, which is a lot more like what you would use if you were just connecting a pair of headphones. Importantly, what this allows is for that two-way audio streaming when you're on a phone call, even when you use an Android device. So that's where we stand today. ASHA, MFI, and Bluetooth Classic have really dominated the market. But in 2023, to complicate things further, a new protocol rolled out that a lot of people are really excited about, and that is Bluetooth LE, or low energy. which will enable a whole lot of improvements to sound quality, also the way we stream, the way we connect with others. We'll talk a little bit more about this in a moment when we talk about ReSound NEXIA, because ReSound NEXIA is the only product on the market today that uses Bluetooth Low Energy. Okay, so let's dig into the brands. The first brand on our list is ReSound NEXIA, and that is because they use this innovative new connection method called Bluetooth Low Energy. Now, ReSound NEXIA uses a simple little product design where the product itself sits behind the ear, a wire goes up over the top of the ear, and the receiver sits inside the ear canal. This is the most common style of hearing aid on the market at this time. Now, what makes ReSound NEXIA interesting is that within their hearing aids, they have MFI, ASHA, and a third new protocol called Bluetooth Low Energy, which will enable a kind of next generation experience. So if you're buying brand new hearing aids on the market, you have access to what is known as the gold standard today, but also the basic technology that will allow for Orca streaming and Bluetooth Low Energy experiences in the future. So what can you expect for Bluetooth Low Energy? The first thing is you can expect some improved quality of sound. So there are some advancements in how clear sound will be, how robust sound will be, that come with this new Bluetooth streaming protocol. The second exciting unlock for Bluetooth Low Energy is less power consumption. So one of the big things that Bluetooth worked on is how to use less power while still streaming high quality audio. And the Bluetooth Low Energy protocol does that really well. So you can expect longer battery lives even with streaming, phone calls, listening to audiobooks, etc. The final thing that people get really excited about with Bluetooth Low Energy is shared audio experiences. So an example of this would be if you're in an airport, you might be able to remotely log into the audio that is coming through the television at your terminal. You could actually just select the audio and you'd watch it with the audio directly streaming into your ears. Several other people could be doing that in the same space. So it's a shared audio experience using a technology called Auracast. So all that to say, ReSound NEXIA is our top Bluetooth hearing aid on the market as of the time of this recording. Now we expect other manufacturers to roll out similar capabilities in the coming months and throughout the year of 2024. A quick note for anyone who is less interested in Bluetooth Low Energy and more interested in a better price. If you're looking at ReSound hearing aids, you could also consider Jabra hearing aids. ReSound and Jabra, as you can see, look awfully similar. They're both made by the same manufacturer, and Jabra's price is significantly cheaper, and the process of purchasing Jabra hearing aids is often more convenient. You can do it direct to consumer and get telecare with a price around $2,000, whereas ReSound, you'll work with a local clinician and the price is typically $4,000 to $5,000 or more depending on the market that you're in. The second product on our best Bluetooth hearing aids of 2024 list is Signia Pure Charge&Go iX. Now this is a product that we love overall. I'm actually wearing it right now. I'll show you what it looks like inside my ear. The Signia Pure Charge&Go iX has a very similar form factor to the ReSound NEXIA. One of the reasons that we placed it on this list, outside of it being a great overall hearing aid, is that within the Pure Charge&Go iX devices is the capability to upgrade to Bluetooth Low Energy. Now, the devices will need a firmware update. So you'll need to go back into your clinic at the time when they release that update and get the update made. But you have it within your hearing aids. You're not going to have to buy a whole new device in order to unlock Bluetooth Low Energy. The next product on our list has already earned a mention in this video, and that is the Phonak Lumity. Now on the prescription side, the Phonak Lumity is one of the most popular hearing aids in the world at the time of this recording. It uses, again, Bluetooth Classic, which allows for additional flexibility for Android users. If you're looking for a prescription device and you are an Android user, Phonak Lumity is among the best options that you'll see. If you're looking for something lower priced with still that Bluetooth Classic connection capability, you could also consider the Sennheiser All Day Clear. That product is sold over the counter for about $1,500, whereas the Phonak Lumity will come at the traditional $4,000 or $5,000 price point. The next product on our list comes from an exciting new company with a founder who came from Apple formerly, and this is the Orca II. Now, overall, this is one of our favorite Bluetooth streaming hearing aids for its overall sound quality and its connection to multiple devices. One thing that's really cool about these hearing aids is that if you connect them to both your laptop and your phone, it will seamlessly switch between the two. So if you're working on your laptop and maybe streaming, and then you get a phone call, the hearing aids will detect that phone call coming in and will automatically switch Bluetooth. It's something that Apple AirPods have done for a really long time, but this is the first hearing aid that we've seen do that kind of seamless switching. Now, the one drawback to Orca 2 is that their battery life is a little bit lower. Typically 10 to 12 hours is what you'll see as a user of this particular device. For some folks, that's just fine, but if you wear your hearing aids for 16 hours a day, you might come up a bit short or need a midday recharge. If you're looking for an in-the-ear hearing aid that streams Bluetooth and is as close to invisible as possible, our suggestion is to take a look at the Starkey Genesis AI. This is a new product from last year, and it's the smallest Bluetooth compatible hearing aid on the market. It's nearly invisible in most ear canals, and it has a really strong signal that's still able to stream phone calls and connect to your phone. Now, it's important to note, it uses MFI and uses ASHA, so some of the intricacies of both of those connections will be in play when you look at the Starkey Genesis AI. Overall, though, it's a fantastic product with great reviews, and people really appreciate the compactness and the design that sits all the way inside the ear. All right, thanks for sticking around. Here's your tip on how to improve the outbound call quality through your hearing aids. Now, a lot of people complain when they initially set up their hearing aids that the person on the other end of the phone is getting a lot of background noise. And that's partially just because hearing aids aren't designed primarily to make phone calls. They're primarily designed to amplify sound to you. So they're just not set up to manage background noise as well as AirPods or the Samsung's devices. But there is a hack you can use, especially if you're an iPhone user, to improve that outbound call quality. So here's how it works. You'll simply make a phone call. You can make a phone call to a friend or your spouse or even a 1-800 number. Then you're going to swipe down from the top right corner of your screen to get to the control center. You'll see a section that says microphones. Tap on that and choose voice isolation. The difference is quite dramatic. You will have immediately a more cleaned up voice. Apple actually does some work in the background to clean up your voice and present a really clear signal to the person on the other end of the phone. So there you have it. That's our list of the best hearing aids on the market as of 2024 with Bluetooth streaming capabilities. We hope you've enjoyed this review, and good luck with your research.